Hello and welcome to game 3 versus ehunt. So, looking at this board, I see governors, and you often want a lot of governors whenever there is governor on the board, so you have to figure out how to get there. My opponent opens very nicely with the doctor overpay on 4 coin, which is something I would have also done, but I don't have that luxury, so I really had to get my thinking cap out and figure out a way out here, because doctor can trash very quickly. I already lost one game because my opponent was able to get his trashing done more quickly than I did, and I don't want that to happen again. So I come up with the following plan. We're going to buy a monastery here. Monastery trashes as well. And on my next turn, I'll have the 4 copper, I'll overpay for the doctor. I know it makes it miss the shuffle, but most likely I'll have the, not most likely, definitely I'll have the monastery in there to help with the trashing, and the doctor will come back around. So we're going for that, and the reason why we're trying to trash so aggressively is because there's lurkers on the board. Lurkers can get you the governors. You can also buy them, as my opponent is going for, with a couple silvers here. I was happy to see him go for the silvers and not for the lurkers. So here's going to be my first lurker. I don't need a lot of money to buy lurkers, which is a good thing, which is why I can trash this aggressively. This hand is a bit unfortunate. I can't buy a lurker here. My opponent gets his first governor, and he doesn't have any lurkers, so I'm just going to play a bit aggressively and put one in the bin here. I can pick it up later when I see my lurker again. I know he can remodel into Lurker and perhaps draw it, perhaps, but I felt pretty confident here that I would be able to get around to that governor in the bin with my Lurker. So exchange estate for copper there a little bit better, so I can actually buy Lurkers and not have those unfortunate hands. A wine merchant for my opponent here instead of a second governor. So wine merchant is good, the plus buy is nice in governor games, but I would have picked up another governor on that turn. You can always remodel into that wine merchant, right? You're going to be getting silvers from somewhere, or the lurkers can get you. The lurkers can get any action card. So they'll just dig out the wine merchant when you want it. So here now my opponent picks up a lurker, but I'm able to rescue that governor that I placed in the trash. 2, I think about squire, but for the actions, because I wanted to do something with gear, but that doesn't actually draw. Gear is nice because it could save things, but I don't need it now. The deck is very thin and will continue to get thin. So I decide on picking up a third lurker, which I think is the correct thing to do now. Um, I think it is definitely the correct thing to do. Lurker also aids this monastery in trashing a couple more cards here, so that is just excellent news. Trashing is coming along very nicely, and I have a lot of lurkers. My opponent gifts me a silver here, which is okay. I can use the remodel effect on governor to get rid of it and buys another governor, as well as a monastery here. So there's nothing in the trash, and I don't want to play this lurker because I know my opponent has one now, so I don't want to be so aggressive and just dump a governor in the bin for him to just pick it up very nicely, right? So we're going to refrain from playing this lurker and also refrain from playing this doctor. I think the doctor has run its course. It needs to go. It needs to go. It needs to go. So I'm just going to pick up a Lurker here. It wouldn't have trashed anything because I know my bottom 3 cards are what? Governor, Lurker, and another Lurker probably. So down goes the Doctor there. There are just a couple coppers left in the deck. The Monastery will pick those off, and then we'll have a very, very clean, nice looking deck here. A couple cards here for me just to find my 4th Lurker, and we are in business now, right? We're in business because I can draw and see all these lurkers, um, and just gain 2 governors a turn from them. I don't have to buy them. Doesn't matter that I don't have the money here. It would have been nice to draw the monastery to trash a little bit, but can't have everything, right? Here I thought about a gear just to save things, but no, I don't think I need the gear. I mean, you are playing with 4 lurkers, right? So it is possible you draw a hand of 4 lurkers and a copper, but I think in that case you're still happy. You can gain 2 5 costs, and they're nice 5 costs. After the governors are done, you can gain groundskeepers, you can gain your wine merchant if you want, things like that. So instead of going for the gear here, I decided to go for a wedding. Puts a gold in the deck, which is important for the governors. gives me a point which might be important. I don't know. I don't expect it to be important. And I don't care about the debt because I'm getting everything through either Lurker or Governor will remodel silvers. So I don't care about the debt one bit. It'll pay off eventually, and then when it does, right? So here now I am gonna clean out the governors, I believe. Right, really put this split in my favor because I think it's 3-3 right now, but the Lurkers are gonna bring it home for me here. So I do undo here because I realized it was better to play the Lurkers first and then draw once more with the governor as opposed to remodeling with the governor first. So I decided to go for the double gain of the Lurkers to pick up two more governors. I know my bin only has one silver. This governor will draw governor silver, and then I can remodel the two silvers into two governors, and there's no way he can remodel into governors himself. So I will get the governor split here. Very, very commanding governor split. 7-3, I believe. Not only that, I will be able to get rid of the coppers from my deck here. So we are looking very, very well set. And I do have enough money to pick up a squire. Hey, look, squires plus buy, right? So the plus buy will be quite nice. I expect to be putting lots of goals and getting lots of silvers in the deck. So yeah, plus buy, we'll have it. I don't know if the squire was good there though. So now I thought my opponent would go for provinces, but he decides to build on, picking up a couple of groundskeepers, and I tell myself, well, look, I could play that game too, and I can do it better than you. I can win the groundskeeper split as well, just have to keep an eye on the lurker pile so that that doesn't empty suddenly and the game finish. But I can play this groundskeeper game with you and get more than you, and then we can go for the provinces. Then that'll just enhance my lead, right? So I decided to keep building alongside my opponent, and he actually resigns here. So that's game 3 for you here. Very nice with the Lucas. I'm happy I was able to find that line. Otherwise, I might have lost to just very quick trashing from my opponent. All right, thank you for watching.